Didn't even need the big earthquake to take this thing down. Diggersby is amazing. We're met with a Bastiodon. We love to see it. Say bye-bye to this Bastiodon here. We've got a Fire Punch ready for this Meganium that's coming back in. Welcome everyone. In this video, we are featuring a very fun, very high-powered team featuring XL Diggersby. And I thought, with the emergence of all the poison types in the Great League, Diggersby has now ascended to a much more relevant role in this meta here, guys. Diggersby walls pretty much, all the poison types that have risen to prominence recently. And I said, why not? Why not drop the dust on this XL here? I've been sitting on this one for quite some time. It's always been in a weird spot in the Open Great League. It has a lot of trouble against flyers, particularly Altaria. And, with all the new poisons now, I said, why not? What better time than to drop the dust on this XL? So I went ahead and did it, built around it. You really want to build around those water types, particularly Azumarill, and those grass types like Venusaur, Meganium, Superior. So we've got Golbat and Galvantula. Golbat is going to be our safe swap. It is very, very effective going up against Azumarill and those grass types. Galvantula is also an answer to Azumarill and the grass types. Less so than Golbat, but that lunge does do super effective and it gets to it pretty fast. So had a lot of fun with this team, guys. I hope you give it a try. If you do, let me know in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into these battles. Guys, if you haven't already, do give a subscribe. It helps out the channel tremendously. But we are met with a Chestnut. Okay, this is a terrible matchup. We are actually staying in too long in this matchup. It kind of threw me off a little bit, but Chestnut is just an awful matchup for Diggersby, and we are going to shield up this energy ball because that would hurt Diggersby here, and we're going to come in with our Golbat, and they come in with a Drifblim. Okay, this is not a bad matchup. We're going to bait with a resisted Poison Fang, and we did build up to Shadow Ball, so they've got to respect that, and they do shield. And that does drop the defense. That is fantastic. We're going to let this Icy Wind go through and look to build up to another Shadow Ball, and this time we're going to throw it. So I don't know if they want to go down 2 shields, but we're about to find out. And boom, that one-shots that Drifblim. Oh my goodness. And they come in with a Bastiodon, and they fast move us down. That's okay. We're going to wait down the switch clock and look to bring in our Diggersby. I am expecting an aggressive swap into something at some point. No, they don't. Okay, that must have been a different matchup. We had a lot of Bastiodon matchups, but they do swap into that Chestnut. We come into our Galvantula. They're going to try and get off a superpower. We will shield it up. It is resisted, but it would really hurt our Galvantula, and they concede the matchup. That's going to be a good game, guys. Very nice. Guys, let me know in the comments, have you forked over the dust investment for an XL Diggersby? Let me know in the comments, what do you think? But we are met with a Galarian Stunfisk. Okay, this is an awesome lead for Diggersby. Diggersby has Fire Punch and Earthquake, and they do swap out into a Pelipper. We go right into our Galvantula, and we're just gonna farm this thing all the way down. We're gonna tank this Weather Ball here and just farm all the way down and have loaded energy for whatever comes back in. I was hoping they didn't get to another Weather Ball, but they were a few wing attacks ahead. That's okay. We'll shield that up, and we are going to just debuff the living crap out of this Stunfisk. Both of our moves are resisted by the Stunfisk, so we go for the debuff, the move that debuffs, and just lower that attack as much as we can. We're going to try and get off a third one before they can take us out, and they do decide to throw their energy. That's interesting. They could have farmed us down, but that works well for us. We're going to wait down the switch timer here, anticipating an aggressive swap. They want to clear that debuff. They come into Venusaur. We go right into our Golbat. And Golbat has a very dominating matchup up against Venusaur, especially with the new move update to Poison Fang. It does super effective damage and it lowers that defense. Coupled with the super effective wing attacks, it is just not a good matchup for Venusaur here. We're going to take this Venusaur out. We could have farmed down, but I really didn't want to burn another shield or take another Frenzy Plant. They come back in with Stunfisk, and they decide to throw their energy yet again. They don't want to get debuffed again, so they take us out with a Rock Slide. We're completely fine with that, guys. We're going to come right in, and we can actually just go straight Fire Punch to get these shields down. And they're going to build up to an Earthquake, I believe, if I remember correctly, and we do correctly call that and shield that up. And we're going to just go straight Fire Punch here just to get that last shield. And a second Fire Punch is all we need to take out this Galarian Stunfisk. Didn't even need the big Earthquake to take this thing down. Diggersby is amazing. That's a good game. Very nice. Guys, let me tell you, I am not regretting this Stardust investment in this Diggersby at all. I'm really enjoying XL Diggersby in this Open Great League meta. Let's see what we got. We got a Azumarill. Okay, we've got answers for Azumarill. We go right into our Golbat safe swap, and we are going to try and get off a Poison Fang. They do catch on a Nidoqueen. Nice catch, but that's okay. I want to debuff this thing and set up a Shadow Ball. We're not going to shield anything. They're just going to spam us with Poison Fangs, and that is quite all right. And I know it debuffs, but we still resist we resist it. So not going to burn any shields, just going to bait with a Poison Fang here. See if they want to shield. They do. Very nice. They really want to get rid of this Golbat, guys. Azumarill does not want to really see this Golbat at all. So, but little do they know, we've got Galvantula in the back. They have no idea, but we try to get off that Shadow Ball, and they are comfortable burning 2 shields. They might think that they're out of the woods, but they are not, and I think that they will find out here soon. But we go back in with our Diggersby. Again, not going to burn any shields. We resist all of the attacks that they're going to throw at us. We resist the Poison Fang, and we resist the Poison Jabs. So we're just going to look to farm this thing all the way down. These Mud Shots are doing super effective damage to this Nidoqueen here, and Diggersby does not care at all about those poison attacks. We're going to get off this Earthquake onto this Azumarill, get it a little bit low for our Galvantula, and they do build up to a Play Rough. We're going to shield this up. That would do quite a bit of damage, and we're going to farm up to a Discharge. We are counting. We throw on 3. I got a little bit nervous. In hindsight, I could have farmed a little bit more, but we are going to take out this Azumarill with our Discharge. Let's see what they want to come back in with. And they come in with Ferrothorn. Okay. Ferrothorn does resist both of our charge attacks, but Galvantula just hits so hard. We're going to throw this Lunge, debuff that attack a little bit. And guys, that did a lot of resisted damage or neutral. It's neutral. But we're going to try and get off another Lunge here. They do catch. Hats off to this trainer with their timing. They're really good with their catches, but it does not matter. This team is just so high powered. Our shields are down. We gotta let this Power Whip go through. That's okay. It's resisted. We're gonna get off one last Lunge here. Get this Ferrothorn pretty low and look to farm down. They're not gonna let us farm down, but that's okay. One Mud Shot will take this thing out, no problem. Easy work for old Diggersby there, and that's going to be a good game. Very nice. Guys, if you're liking what you're seeing so far, do give a subscribe. It helps the channel out tremendously. Quite a bit. But let's see what we've got up next here. Shadow Machamp. Okay, terrible lead. We got to swap right out into Golbat, and they come in with an Obstagoon. Okay, this is rough because Obstagoon resists our big nuke move of Shadow Ball, so we're kind of forced just to go straight Poison Fang, get that thing debuffed, and hope for the best here. Guys, you're going to see in this this battle was just literally hard counter city. I mean, if you can just think of the perfect team to just absolutely hard wall my team, this would be it. Like if you just went to the lab and just created the most hard counter team you can absolutely find. This is the one we drew here, but we're gonna make do. We're going straight Poison Fang here. We do take out this Obstagoon, See if they come back in with Machamp, fast move us down. All right, we got some work to do here. We're gonna wait down the switch timer, come in with Galvantula. Galvantula does resist the fighting type moves. We just really have to watch out for Rock Slide. And they do cross chop us there. And they come in with an Alolan Ninetales with Powder Snow. Really? Powder Snow? Of all the Charm A9s out there, they have a Powder Snow. Okay. We're going to try and do our best here. Get off a Fire Punch. It is super effective, but it is a fairly weak move, and it does not have stab, so it doesn't do a whole lot to this Alolan Ninetales. We have to shield up this Weather Ball. That does super effective damage to Diggersby with our ground typing, and we just got to keep up with the pace of this Alolan Ninetales, so we're just going straight Fire Punch here, and they do get to another Weather Ball. Rough team comp. That's going to... Oh, they undercharge. Smart move. I'm going to try and get off this Fire Punch here and then look to go back into our Galvantula. We're down on shields, guys, and they have both their shields. They just burn one on that Fire Punch. They're going to burn the other one on this Lunge. And they do get to a Rock Slide, which absolutely one-shots Galvantula with that bug typing. And they beat us down with counter. Rough team comp. I had a lot of fun with this team, guys. Let me know if you're thinking about trying it. Let me know in the comments. But we are met with a Bastiodon. We love to see it. Bastiodon is quaking in its boots when it sees Diggersby. They come in with a Medicham. We go right into our Golbat. We're going to get off a Poison Fang. Look to debuff this Medicham here. And Poison Fang debuffing up against the fighting type, coupled with Wing Attack, is just so deadly. The wing attacks are super effective, on top of them having their defense lowered. It's just a lethal combination going up against fighting types. And they do let their Medicham go down. They want to get a lot of farm off on our Golbat here. We're going to throw a Shadow Ball to get this Bastiodon into Earthquake range for our Diggersby. And we might even be able to get off a debuff on our way out. We do. I'm going to throw this Poison Fang. I don't imagine they shield. Bastiodon is very tanky, but we did get that defense drop. We're going to wait down the switch timer. I'd imagine they want to clear that debuff and get the heck away from this Diggersby, and they do. Come in with a Meganium. We've got our Electric Spider here ready to go. We're going to get off this Lunge here, do super effective damage, and debuff this Meganium. They do wisely shield. Very wise. And because we got that off, we could have let this Frenzy Plant go through, but we do decide to shield, preserve a little bit of health. We got to get rid of this Meganium, so we will absolutely go down 2 shields to get rid of this Meganium at all costs, because it's bad news for our Diggersby. And we're going to get off another Lunge. They do shield again. They're trying to get rid of our Spider here, but we're not going to let them. They catch. Very smart. Another good catch, but that's quite all right. We do debuff that attack. It doesn't really matter because Diggersby is pretty much a hard wall to Bastiodon. Bastiodon can't do much of anything to Diggersby. And we're going to get off this Earthquake, say bye-bye to this Bastiodon here. This will absolutely one-shot Bastiodon, and it's double super effective. And we've got a Fire Punch ready for this Meganium that's coming back in. We do still have a shield left if they want to stay in, but they see the writing on the wall and they do concede. That is going to be a good game. Well, guys, that's the team. As you can see, we had a nice little 4-1 set with this high-powered Diggersby team, guys. I had a lot of fun with it. And like I said, the key to Diggersby is building around its weaknesses. You want to build around Azumarill, Altaria, and the grass types that we typically see in the Open Great League. And this team does just that. Golbat, super effective against Azumarill and grass types. Also against fighting types as well. Galvantula does the same. So this team was specifically built to address the weaknesses of Diggersby. And as long as you're doing that, guys, Diggersby can reign free and wreak havoc on whatever it's up against. It's a very tanky Pokemon. It's got an excellent fast move of Mud Shot. It's got a nice nuke move with Stab, Earthquake. You can run Hyper Beam as well. I do prefer Earthquake. for those Stunfists, for the Bastiodons that you often see. So had lots of fun, guys. We'll leave it there. As always, I thank you for watching.